Okay, welcome back to Christine's Corner. I love to have you, and as always, I say I have a special guest because all my guests are special. And today we have Summer Orlando to my right. Hello, Summer.
Hi, Christine. How are you?
Great. I think she's beautiful. I'm just like noticing every second, every new, her hair is red and sparkles on it, and the little, what do you call those, from the 60s, that little
Disco balls.
Disco balls,
yes.
Thank you.
Well, you know what? Everybody, I feel like, needs to sparkle in their life just a little bit.
Yes, definitely. And I could never get those lashes on. You do a great job.
Thank you very much.
So you can tell the audience, I usually introduce, but I would love for you to introduce who Summer Orlando is.
Sure.
What you do.
Hi, everyone. My name is Summer Orlando, also known as New England's premier theater queen. I am a drag entertainer, illusionist, live singer, producer, director. I wear a lot of hats and a lot of wigs. And I'm so excited to be here to talk about what I've got going on. You may have seen me. I travel all over New England, the U.S., and throughout the world. You can catch me pretty much anywhere.
Yes, I attest to the theater also. I'm yet to see you, though, as Summer in the Hocus Pocus.
Yes.
Oh, tell them, please. I can't wait.
So that is probably my most prized show. We are celebrating 7 years of sold-out performances this year, which is absolutely amazing. The show is called Hocus Pocus Live. It is a all-new parody musical based off the cult classic Disney movie Hocus Pocus. If you're familiar, starring Bette Midler, Catherine and Jimmy, Sarah Jessica Parker, as three wacky witches from Salem. It is a great show. It was one of my childhood favorite movies growing up, and 7 years ago, I decided to create a stage show. It was actually supposed to start as like a little skit in a bar we were doing around Halloween time, and it just grew to be this amazing full-length musical production that I have now. And it's traveling all over. We're doing 5 different venues in Connecticut this year, both theaters, vineyards, and a bunch of other exciting places. And the witches are taking over Connecticut. And it's going to be great. It's all live singing, special effects, and special replica costumes and set pieces and props. And it's really spectacular and magical.
I'm assuming you have permission for all this, or you won't be able to do that.
Well, it is a parody.
You look like Bette Midler.
Thank you. It is a parody. So there's little leeways here and there. It is my love letter to Disney. I did get the very special opportunity to appear in Hocus Pocus 2, the sequel to the first movie. Disney called me because they heard about my show and asked if I would be a lookalike for Bette Midler's character, which is Winifred Sanderson. She's the one with the crazy red hair and the green witchy outfit. And that was a dream come true. So I got to be in 3 scenes in the movie, and got to work with them, and it was a magical experience. So even though it is not, my show is not endorsed by Disney, I would like to preface that we are not licensed or endorsed by Disney or the Walt Disney Company. We are strictly professional impersonators, lookalikes, doing a parody of the content. It is truly a love letter, and it is my way to show love to Hocus Pocus and reach the fans of Hocus Pocus out there in the world. And I know that Disney does enjoy what I do. That's why they called me and asked me to be a part of it. So the love goes right back to them, and I just say thank you so much. And if you haven't already, stream Hocus Pocus 2 on Disney Plus, because it's a great movie.
I did watch it, but now I have to rewatch it because you said you're in it.
Yes.
And so now I have to.
It's definitely a blink and you'll miss me kind of thing. I shot 5 days in Rhode Island with the witches and all the cast and everything.
Rhode Island.
Yeah,
wow,
it was
that's close.
Phenomenal. It was absolutely cool. They turned it into Salem because they didn't really want to shoot in Salem because how Salem has become a tourist crazy tourist trap since the movie, and because of the love of witches and the Salem witch trials and all that, they shot it in Rhode Island and turned Rhode Island into
Looking like Salem.
into Salem, which was really cool. They rebuilt the witch's house and all of the different things. I am in the Sanderson sister lookalike contest scene in the movie, where they do One Way or Another, the song One Way or Another, and the witches fly above everybody's heads. That was actually done. It wasn't CGI. It was the witches were on wires, on broomsticks and Roombas and
Did you get to do that?
I did not get to go up in the air, but I got to be below, dancing and doing the witchy moves and things like that, and it was very cool.
I was just going to say, how did you like that experience?
It was incredible. I got to meet Bette Midler.
I was just going, yep.
She was in her costume. I was in my costume, and she looked at me and said, "You look just like me." It was so great. And Kathleen and Jimmy was there, and she plays Mary Sanderson in the movie, and she remembered me from meeting me at RuPaul's Drag Con, which was in New York, about 5 years prior to this movie shooting. And she knew about my show, and it was very, very cool to just, have her say wonderful things like that.
I'm sure you got her autograph.
I did not get her autograph because usually when you work on a movie set like that, you're not supposed to interact with the professional celebrity actors unless they engage you. And so she and I had a little conversation when we were on break during lunch. So she was getting her food, I was getting my food, and it was great. It was great. And just as how they appear in the movie, how wonderful and sweet each person seems like they are, that's how they are in real life. They are so funny. During the breaks when the cameras weren't rolling, they were singing show tunes and playing around with each other. It was just like 30 years ago. Well, now 31, because the movie came out in 1993, the original. So it's 31 years old. It took 30 years to get a sequel. And we're hoping, we're praying, we're conjuring like witches. The hope that Hocus Pocus 3 is soon on its way, and who knows, maybe I'll end up getting asked to be in that movie. That would be amazing. That's the goal and the wish, the dream.
Yes.
But yeah, it's really great, the opportunities that I've been able to have because of this show.
What other opportunities have you done? Anything similar? Or that's great.
A couple things. So one of the things that I'm also known for is I professionally impersonate Judy Garland, who is an icon, legend, and star.
Yes.
If you're unfamiliar, she played Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. That's probably what she's most known for to this generation of people. But she was in other things like A Star is Born and Meet Me in St. Louis, and all of these amazing movies from MGM, known as Metro back then, but it's MGM Studios, which is now Warner Brothers, and all these other great movie companies and things like that. But I impersonate her. I have a cabaret show called The Judy and Barbara Show that we tour all over the U.S. with my business partner, Barbara Jones, Street Sand. And she plays Barbara Streisand. I play Judy Garland. And we sing live, and we look like the people, and we wear replica outfits of what they wore. And it's a spectacular thing. And because of that impersonation, I was asked to be a lookalike for the movie Judy, which starred Renee Zellweger. That came out a couple years ago. And I was asked to be a lookalike for the red carpet and to do promotional stuff as one of the promotional Judy Garlands for the movie.
Wow.
And it was absolutely spectacular. I got to meet so many people and share my love for Judy with all the other people in the world that love her just as much as I do.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. That was really special.
Yeah. I'm so happy for you, and I hope it keeps going for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, here's hoping too. I mean, the more I do, the longer. I've been doing drag for 12 years now, going on 13, and just the opportunities that I'm able to do because of this crazy, wacky job that I have, I'm so grateful to the things that I'm able to do and this job, because it really is about the audience and the people who come see me. And I tell all of my audiences, everybody, if you've come to see me live in a show, anywhere, wherever, I always say thank you, because it's for people like them that allow me to do what I do for a living.
Yeah, if they didn't come, where would you be?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm grateful to every opportunity, to every single person that I come into contact with that gets to meet me, sees my show, and, you know, has kind, wonderful things to say, that it made them smile. That's what it's about for me, making people smile, creating joy and spreading joy, and making people, just taking them away from the real world for
Yes,
just a little
whatever
bit
is
and into
going
my
on.
world.
Yes,
Which is a
exactly.
lot more colorful and more sparkly and magical.
Making people smile.
Yeah.
How was it? How did you get started? I know you said you like playing these different parts.
Absolutely. That is a great question.
I'm sorry to ask this, but I know it's hard for people to come out.
Yeah.
So how is that for you? And then even more to perform that way, it takes a lot of courage.
Sure. That's a great question. And I'm happy to share it with you. So I come from the world of theater, like yourself.
Yes.
And I started in the theater doing a production of the Rocky Horror Show. So if you're unfamiliar, that is a show that they turned into a movie, the famous cult classic film, The Rocky Horror Picture Show,
Yep.
which starred Tim Curry as Dr. Frankenfurter. And if you're unfamiliar with the show, in this show, you have to cross-dress and you have to get into drag for the show. It's a rock musical that takes place in the 70s, but it was written with music that was kind of in the style of the 50s. Very, very cool. It's got aliens in it and transvestites that or drag queen aliens that dress up in glamorous outfits, and just, it's all about being who you are and don't dream it, be it. So I was in the ensemble at the Warner Theater's production of the Rocky Horror Show back in 2000, I want to say 2011, 2012. And that was my first experience with drag. It was a very wacky, fun show. And a year later, I got to revisit the show, and I was asked if I would play the title role of Dr. Frankenfurter in another theater's production of it. And when I did the show then, a drag performer who was local to the Hartford area, they came and saw me and said, wow, like, you would be an amazing drag queen. You should do drag. Come to this address. You know, we'll get you an audition and see, you know, what you got. And so I went and I auditioned and I got the job.
Wow.
And I started doing theme nights. So my first night was a St. Patrick's Day themed event. And so, you know, I dressed up like a fabulous leprechaun, and the glamorous outfits were not as beautiful and sparkly back then. You know, started with a budget. You know, you use what you have.
Right.
I went to Party City and, you know, your local Halloween store, and got like costumes and things like that, and Amazon and things of that nature. And
even Goodwill stores.
Yep, Goodwill, just make it work kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that's how it started. And then I moved to New Haven, and I started making connections there. And by 2017, I was partnered with my business partner, and we worked on starting our own show. And so had a show that we would do every third Sunday of each month. And it was a 2-hour all live singing drag show, and it was really fun, and we got to basically do whatever we wanted. Kind of like your show. You get to do different topics and things. I got to be different people and dress up in different costumes and sing songs, mostly show tunes it started with, because it goes back to my theater background.
Yeah.
And most of my character, Summer, is she's a theater queen. She's a showgirl. So I do a lot of musical theater-based things, and I love costumes and costume reveals and impersonations, and I do lots of different divas, like I do Cher and Bette Midler and Judy Garland and Liza Minnelli, and you name it, I probably do a Dolly Parton.
Well, I'm just listening to you. You said it's a job or work. To you, or how I'm listening, it doesn't seem like that. It seems like it's play. It's fun.
You hit it right on the nose. So honestly, for anybody that does what they love, I don't think it is a job. It's not work, you know. But it is my job. It's how I make a living. It's how I pay all my bills.
Right.
Playing dress up for a living. It's absolutely amazing. And sometimes I have to pinch myself to be like, is this a dream or is this really my life?
Right.
You know? So it's really cool.
For me, when as you said, I've done theater, and we just were in one it was very relaxing to be someone else, because then you don't have to think about all your stuff that comes up. So it's just as relaxing to me as knowing that the audience is relaxed and whatever's on their head is gone. So I get what you're saying.
Absolutely. It takes you away to a whole nother place.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I do shows, I literally black out because I just become the character so much. One of a really great accomplishment that just recently happened, I made my Broadway debut in New York City at 54 Below as Judy Garland. We got to bring our cabaret show there for one night only. It sold out. It was spectacular. But I don't really remember the night because I got so into it. I just become her when I play the characters. I just become them. So I kind of black out, and then like when it comes for curtain call or time to do the bows, that's when like I come back and I'm like, what just happened?
Right?
But it's magical. It really is.
It is. Talking about your disco balls, earrings.
Yes.
You had mentioned to me earlier that you do bingo.
I do.
Drag bingo.
Yes, drag bingo is another fun thing that I do. I have one coming up this week. I do it at the Waterbury Mall. It is
the Brass City Mall.
At the Brass Mill Center. That's right. In the old H&M building, if you're familiar, there is a brand new business called the Lost Souls Collective that just started there, and I partner with them to put on themed drag bingos. It's just me, and you come and have a great time. We play lots of bingo, you win cool prizes, and every month is a different theme. So this coming theme happens to be disco and the 70s. I call it Disco Diva. So that's what the disco balls are for, and I can't wait to get all done up in my abolitious outfit and
I hate to say this,
shows.
That wasn't my favorite era, but I liked the era before.
The 60s?
69, yes.
I like the 60s too. I love the
early
80s.
70, yeah, where it was Woodstock and that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
But it's fun to dress up.
It
so
is.
people who go can dress up.
They can dress up or they can come as they are. It is a very inclusive, safe space, and it is very casual. So you're not expected to, I mean, I'm going to be decked out to the nines because it's my show, honey. But
all right.
Come as you are and just come have a good time.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to one once. It was a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
Yes, it
was. And it's very interactive.
Yeah. Yeah, I went to Foxwoods. Yeah, Foxwoods.
Cool.
Yeah, that was cool. Maybe I'll see you there sometime.
Maybe.
Or Brass.
Yeah,
Brass
I love
City
Foxwoods,
Mall.
Mohegan Sun, all of those things. But we're going to be coming to the Carousel Museum in Bristol.
Oh.
That's going to be August 23rd. We're doing a beach theme.
A beach
because,
theme.
summer's coming to an end, but we're still
come
celebrating.
Swimsuit, though, I don't think, though.
Oh, well, I'll be wearing it. Maybe I'll be wearing a swimsuit. We'll be bringing out the beach balls, the sand pits.
Oh, really?
We'll be doing it all, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there many times. She's been on our show, too, the director.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
We love the Carousel Museum.
Yes.
They're an amazing organization.
Amazing. And a lot of space. So you're going to be upstairs.
Yes.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, and we usually get like 200, 250 people, and it's a fundraiser, so a portion goes back to them, which is wonderful because they do such good.
They do.
Their museum is incredible.
Yeah, they have the Firehouse Museum is in there too.
Yes.
And they bought a lot of crafters in there. Yeah, they do a lot. And I'm glad that you're helping them.
Yeah. We've been working with them for a couple years.
If they want the audience more information about where you go, I don't know if you have a list or anything, or where you're going and what you're doing next.
Yeah. So Hocus Pocus Live, which is the big one coming.
Yeah.
We are running September through the first week of November. We're coming to the Warner Theater in Torrington end of September, September 27th, 28th. We're coming to, in East Haven, Connecticut, we're coming to the Cabaret on Main Theater, October 3rd and 4th, for 3 performances. So there's a matinee, there's 2 evening performances, and that is an immersive version of the show. So they do projection there. So we do all the projections from the show is 360 all the way around. So it makes you feel like you're in the show. And the really special ones.
I never heard of that, so
Yeah,
I'm glad
it's
you explained.
very cool. And then the really special one that's very near and dear to my heart is the Palace Theater on October 30th, sponsored by Apex Community Care, which is a nonprofit organization. They are sponsoring the one-night production of that show, and we're flying
One night?
live on stage.
You are?
Yes, with courtesy of ZFX Flying Effects,
Oh, I
which
met
is
him.
the company that flies Wicked, the Broadway National Tour.
Yes.
Very special.
They flew us in Peter Pan.
Yes, and then we're doing Priam Vineyards, which is a vineyard on October 27th. We're going to be, they're bringing Hocus Pocus live as well. That's going to be an outdoor performance of it in a beautiful heated wedding tent, so you won't be cold.
Oh, good.
And then to end the season, we're ending at the Historic Guard Arts Centre in New London. For 2 performances, November 1st and 2nd, and we are flying there as well.
Wow.
Yeah,
Excellent.
And tickets are flying too, so
Oh,
you can.
I better hurry up.
For more information, you can visit SummerOrlandoProductions.com, which is my website, or you can go to HocusPocusLiveOfficial.com for all Hocus Pocus information and stuff.
I can't wait.
It's going to be great.
Wait. Yes.
I can't wait to see you there. You're going to have so much fun.
Yes.
And just like Halloween, there'll be candy, there'll be tricks and treats.
Oh no! Don't tell me that. Tricks and treats.
Tricks
too?
and treats.
So do we get to see you backstage?
So you don't get to see me backstage. However, we do have a VIP ticket for both the Palace and the Guard Arts Centre in New London. It is an additional cost to the ticket, but what you get is an hour before the show, you can come upstairs to the Polite Club at the Palace, or you come early to the venue at the Guard. All the information is for the specific VIP perks of what you get is on the website, but pretty much you get to come, you get to enjoy a cocktail or a mocktail inspired by Hocus Pocus, which is fabulous, a little appetizer, little hors d'oeuvres, and a special meet and greet photo with the Sanderson sisters before the show. So you get to see us before anybody else if you get the special VIP ticket, but they're very limited, so
Okay.
get them while they're hot.
So how long has it been? You said 2011 that you have been dressing like drag.
So drag has been since about 2011. It's been 12, 13 years. However, I've been doing drag full time for going on 6 years.
What would you say to someone who is kind of unrelated? How's it feel coming out, being yourself, and doing what you want, like you, being in shows?
Great question. Well, I tell everybody the same thing. Just be you. Be yourself. Don't be afraid of who you are. Don't be scared to show people who you are, because really what matters is what you think of yourself, inside and out. Everybody is beautiful and has a beauty and a specialness to them. And find what makes you you and makes you unique. You know, be who you are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you for
You're welcome.
for that.
Really quick too, I would love to quickly shout out something about being you and your talents and stuff. I have something coming up very exciting called Summer's Comedy Night at the Palace Theater in Waterbury. It is coming up very quick. It is going to be August 22nd from 7 to 9. It is an open mic stage night, so you can register. It costs nothing to register. If you want to feel what it's like to be on stage, dip your toe into stand-up comedy. It's a safe space. It's all-inclusive. Everybody is welcome. You get a set amount of time to say whatever you want to say and do whatever you want to do on the microphone. And I'm there to encourage you and be your lovely hostess with the mostess. I'll be the pretty one on stage, decked to the nines. And it's a event that is created by Sherry Marcucci, who wanted to come out with community-based events. So this is something for the community, by the community. Come check us out. And yeah.
So we have one more minute left.
Of
so
course.
what would you like to sneak in here that people
What
should
would I
know?
like to sneak in? You can find me all over social media. Check me out. Follow me on Instagram at Miss Summer Orlando. When you see the cute ginger looking back at you, that's me. You're welcome. And check out some of my shows. I'm all over the New England area, and I hope to be coming to an area near you very soon. And I want to thank you so much for having me and letting me share my story and what I've got coming up.
Absolutely. I hope I didn't offend you in any way.
Never.
And I'm so glad that you were able to open up and as you said, be yourself.
The pleasure has been
matter
mine.
what
Thank
you
you
are,
so much.
who you are.
And yeah,
You
check
look
us out.
fabulous, but better than I can do myself.
Thank
I'll have to get some
you.
pointers from
And
you.
everyone watching, make sure to continue to watch Christine's Corner on YouTube and on television and on the website or wherever Christine's Corner can be found.
Oh, wow, thanks for that plug.
Of course.
And your plug as well.
Thank you.
Yeah. So tune in again next week. Thank you for tuning into my show. And as always, love you. See you soon.
Bye.
Sometimes life just happens. Don't worry. Farmington Motorsports will get you back on the road and at a fair price. From towing to tires, emissions to transmissions.
Our ASC certified techs do it all.
Farmington Motorsports is a family-run business. We're a Napa Auto Center and AAA approved. We work on all makes and models from preventative maintenance to major repairs.
And every repair is backed by our 2-year, 24,000-mile nationwide warranty.
When life happens to you, don't worry. Farmington Motorsports.